And welcome to episode 85 of a very special Converse in the Ninjaverse. I'm
So
Will.
special about it.
I'm getting
I'm
there.
I'm I'm Chris, and I'm confused as to why this episode is special.
And I'm Mike, and I want to know why it's special too.
Because a very special movie came out in theaters this weekend.
Oh, I was afraid it was going to be like the very the very special episode of
No.
Family Ties or something like that.
No.
Like that very special episode of Different Strokes where we got to go to the bike shop and get molested.
Yeah, I thought there was going to be like an intervention or something.
Poor Dudley.
We got to get molested by somebody from WKRP in Cincinnati. I choose Lonnie Anderson. Check. Don't take backs.
Fine. Anyway, very important movie came out, and a movie that will change the very face of movie in its sheer epicness.
You are a liar, sir.
Have any of us seen this movie?
No, sir, and you
So
know
we
my
can-
stance on this film.
So
You
we
know
could
my
bash it on the
stance
shame and
on
the
this director.
All right, well, here, let's get... All right, here we're going to try something different. Let's try not to comment during the box office. Because if we comment after the first movie, we're never going to get to the rest of the show.
Okay.
All right, we'll leave the first movie alone and we'll do the whole box office. We'll say the name of it and then we'll come back to it.
Yes. So, Chris.
Okay. The number one was, as we all knew, was going to be Transformers: Age of Extinction, and it took in $100 million.
4,000,000. All right, no, I'm not commenting.
Not commenting, but we'll say for now,
Ish.
ish, itchy. Number two was 22 Jump Street. That took in 15.8 and has done $140 million for its 3 weeks.
Still
Not
hold
4
on
weeks
to
after.
it. It's
We
respectable.
will
Hold
be
on.
seeing 23 Jump Street.
Yes, I'm sure we'll be seeing like 28 Jump Street at this point.
Yes.
Number three was How to Train Your Dragon 2. That took in $13.2 million, $121 million total.
Yes.
Number four was Think Like a Man 2, as in 2NTOO.
Yes.
That took in a little over $10 million, $48 million total. I think that was number one last week, if I'm not mistaken.
It might have been.
Yes, it was. It was number one last week, and it has dropped to fourth
Boom.
since then. Well,
Giant robots.
yeah. And number five was Maleficent. That took in $8.3 million, $202 million, and we all know by now how I felt about that movie.
Chris' favorite movie of the year. Okay, so let's circle back to number one.
Circling back.
Now, this is not the only Michael Bay movie that will be in theaters this summer,
Nope.
so just remember
But
that.
it is the first.
It is the first Transformers.
Transformers, yes. 4, Age of Extinction, Rise of the Dinobots, Rise of the
3-hour epic
Dinobots.
Titanic-size movie.
This thing clocks in at, I think, 2 hours
164
and
minutes?
48 minutes or something
Yeah.
like that. It's almost 3 hours.
That's a lot of movie for a movie that's not called Star Wars.
That's a lot of movie for any movie.
Yeah, it's like the Godfather.
Back in the day of VHS, Transformers 4 would have been a 2 VHS box.
And we would have opened at midnight at Blockbuster,
At Blockbuster, yes.
dressed as Transformers.
Probably. But they're aside from that, we'll go right back into the actual box office, and there seems to be a little bit of controversy on the numbers here, which is why I said $100 million ish.
Yeah, tell me that.
Paramount has announced that it was the first movie to break $100 million in its opening weekend all summer, and it took
This summer.
This summer.
Okay.
Yeah, this summer. It took in the number they're giving us is like $138,000 or something.
I thought I heard 120 million.
No.
Okay.
That might be like as of now, but as of the weekend,
Okay.
it was only $100 million. But there's a little bit of an outcry because there are some places that are saying those numbers aren't pulling right. They're coming in more at the $97, $98 million range. So they're lot of controversy saying that Paramount might be padding their figures a little bit.
Okay.
So, in the long run, it'll probably all even out. They'll probably, announce that it took in less money than it took in this week. That it takes in this weekend to kind of even out the box office.
This makes me sad. Apparently, worldwide, it's made $302 million.
Yeah, I've heard that.
That makes me cry a little bit.
It does make me cry a little bit.
That's fucking terrible from a furry jacket wearing motherfucker. I can't even. And Mark Wahlberg's an inventor? I didn't realize he was an inventor in the movie.
I just thought he was just a welder that found a truck.
I thought he was like a mechanic that's like, oh, look, a truck for scraps. I didn't realize he was
I think we found that transformer.
And apparently there's a lot of jokes about his 17-year-old daughter, which they reference that she's 17 years old a lot, as in to target the demographic, apparently.
I guess. It's got, as of I'm going to say like 7:30, 8 o'clock tonight, it has a 16% fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
Is it the lowest of the Transformers movies?
I believe it is the lowest of the Transformers movies. Some of this might, and again, it's Rotten Tomatoes and it's the internet, so it might just be people hating on Michael Bay, because we all hate on Michael Bay.
Rotten Tomatoes is accumulation of reviews. They don't, they have fan ratings, but they.
Yeah, here from the.
I mean, granted, there's a lot more reviews now than there used to be.
Yeah, from the professional reviews, it's 16%. From the audience reviews, it's 60%.
Right.
So
now, what's included in those professional reviews are also jagoffs like us that have a podcast and a blog and something.
I got a bug.
And I thought you were smacking at me for calling it. Fuck. Come at me, bro.
Well, here's what we got. We got Salon.com, Time Out New York, Entertainment Weekly, LA Weekly, Flixofficer. That's got to be it. Whatever. Boston Herald. So I mean, the top ones on here are some like real, even Nerdist, killer movie reviews. Then you get all right. The people that gave it like a full-on tomato, they're just drunk.
And I'm sure that there are people out there that like this movie and thought that it was a good movie. And I have a friend, when I posted something earlier in the weekend about it having like a 16 or 17% fresh rating, and he said that his wife went and saw it and she loved it.
I saw that, and you should unfriend them immediately.
I can't unfriend them. I've known them since I was like 10.
Shit, I write people off on a daily.
But so I mean, yeah, maybe this movie is getting a lot of bit of just internet anger and hate and fanboy hate. But
I think this is pre-hate for Turtles.
Reviewers hate these type of movies. Like I always refer to the guy for ABC News. I'm not even sure if he's national or if he's just their New York guy, Sandy Kenyon, who reviews movies. And something like this, he doesn't even give it any type of benefit of the doubt of what type of movie it is. He just slams it in general because it's not a film, it's a popcorn movie.
Yeah.
There are people that just hate this type of stuff.
People that go to the cinema.
And it's like I get that, and I mean I definitely have a very, 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 very high anti-Michael Bay opinion, I guess. I don't know what word I'm looking for. So I'm not going to go see it. I've said this. We've talked about this. I went and saw Transformers 2 twice. Once with each of you. The second time I went and saw it just to make sure it was as bad as it was the first time.
It's terrible.
It's terrible. And a lot of it, some of it is people our age that, bitch and moan that these aren't our Transformers. And it's like, I get that, it's the new Transformers. It's his version of Transformers. But to me, and this goes through all the movies, they don't look like anything.
They look like indiscriminate robots kind of thing.
Yeah. And I just, that's your typical Michael Bay movie. It's just shit blowing up and people running in slow motion.
And Michael Bay has a knack. I mean, I know he didn't write the movie, but his movies have a knack for character names. Fucking Cade Yeager. No real person. It's a Cade Yeager.
If there is a Cade Yeager listening to this show, please
get in touch with us.
Get in touch with us. We would like your opinions.
We would like you on the show. If there's a guy named Cade Yeager, you're welcome to come on the show at any time.
Because you gotta think about it this way: we've been watching Arnold Schwarzenegger movies our whole life.
Wow.
Look at the name of every Arnold character.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it's John Matrix, and it's all these ridiculous fake names.
Yeah.
But going back to what you said about the an indiscriminate robot, and I think we've talked about this before. They've taken away all the personality that used to be in the characters.
Yeah. I mean, going back and watching that Transformers cartoon from the 80s, was it as good as we like to think it was? No.
Yes.
No, it really wasn't. But
I still get teary-eyed.
Now, I'm not talking the movie, because the movie is epic.
Oh, what were you talking about? Oh,
I'm talking about the actual cartoon.
Oh, no, there's some different parts.
I want to say within the past 5 years, I tried to watch the first 5 episodes again. Maybe it's more like the past 10 years. And I was kind of disappointed.
I totally forgot about the episode where the boat falls in love with the girl.
Yeah. And I mean, it wasn't really, it was a half hour, it was a 20-minute toy advertisement. That's what it was.
True story.
So we are looking at this looking at it in the past with rose-colored glasses, like, this was our childhood, and this was, to us, those are the Transformers.
It's still better than the He-Man cartoon.
Yeah, the He-Man cartoon is horrible.
It really is. So that animation, though.
My wife, with He-Man, my wife got me the He-Man Christmas special for Christmas.
Yes!
On DVD for $1.
Yes!
It's awful.
Yes. All right, but here's my other problem with the Transformers movies. It's been.
I would love to get a Santa Claus action figure done in He-Man style.
That would be cool, like a Comic-Con exclusive or something.
Yeah.
All right, there's been 4 Transformers movies.
5.
You're telling me in 4 movies?
5.
Oh no, I'm talking Michael Bay movies.
Michael Bay, the Bayformers.
Yes. In 4 of those movies, not one person can fix fucking Bumblebee's voice.
Yeah, and I could have sworn that his voice got fixed at the end of the first one.
I thought so too, because he said, "I will stay with the boy," or whatever.
Yeah, because he got with the piece of the Matrix or the whatever.
Lodge in his throat.
But I do own that movie.
I own the first one.
I don't think it's unwrapped yet.
I own the first one. That's it.
I might have to go back and watch that just to clarify that Bumblebee does get his voice back.
Because I actually enjoyed the first movie.
Yeah, the first one wasn't horrible.
It was,
but they've gotten steadily worse since then.
3 was better than 2. I will stand by that.
I haven't watched 3 because
2 was terrible. But I think a lot of this might also be pre-anger for the Ninja Turtles.
And I think some of it might be, but some of it too is just, I think just a lot of us are just
with Mecha Shredder
tired of Michael Bay's movies.
Shit.
But Michael Bay was interviewed by Josh Horowitz on MTV. No relation to Barry Horowitz.
And not Kurt Loder.
Not Kurt Loder. But he's quoted as saying, "They love to hate and I don't care. Let them hate. They're still going to go see the movie."
Nope. You're wrong.
He says, "I think it's good to get a little tension. Very good." He went on to say that it's important for everyone to voice their opinions, as negative as they may be, as it only advances the conversation and drives him to create better films.
All I heard from that is the salt from your weepiness fuels my passion.
Yes, salt from your weepiness fuels. I drink your tears and then
that's my nourishment.
Yes, but what kills me about that comment is the it drives him to create better films.
Important
I'm
word.
still waiting for him to create a better film.
Here's the shit of it, though, okay? When he's not fucking around with giant robots and turtles, like Jessica Chobot said this on Nerdist News today, he actually made good movies, like The Rock. And I believe Con Air was one of his. Armageddon. These are decent movies.
They're decent. They're not great. Armageddon.
As far as action movies go, I love those 3 movies.
Yeah. I mean,
Armageddon to me hasn't aged very well.
yeah.
But that's just.
If you watch that movie again, you're like, this is a stupid idea.
This is a stupid movie. And that was the summer of the giant comets the giant asteroids. It was Armageddon and Deep Impact.
Yeah.
And I don't know which movie I dislike more.
I don't think I actually ever saw Deep Impact.
My wife loves Deep Impact. I have no real opinion on it.
But I mean, if he went back to making like Pain and Gain, I heard was really good. That's the one with Mark Wahlberg and The Rock, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
Yeah, people liked that. From what
I heard that one was good. So maybe he needs to step away from the giant robots for a minute.
Well, he is. After this one, supposedly he is stepping away from the giant robots, which is why there was no stinger at the end of this movie. There is no after-credit scene. There is no mid-credit scene because he doesn't want to, for Transformers 5 or Quattro, or not Quattro, Transformers 5.
They go to Mayo. Oh my God, Transformers go to Mexico, spring break style. Screams in a sombrero.
The new Transformer in this is going to be like an El Camino.
Oh my God, it's going to be voiced by Cheech Marin. Like, orale.
The grill is like a mustache.
Yeah. Wait, that's already been done. That's been done in Cars.
They bring Conan out.
He's orale.
It looks like a cholo. Just go. The way when he transforms, his shirt's got one button here and it's open.
Absolutely.
Michael Bay, you can use that idea. I'll let you.
Yeah. But supposedly we're getting Transformers 5 and 6.
Transfibers.
I'm just not into it. Despite what Mr. Bay thinks, I'm not gonna go see it. I'm not gonna waste my time when it's on cable. I'm just not.
I'll see it on Netflix.
Not interested.
I'll see it on Netflix.
No.
Speaking of Netflix, that fucking movie.
All right. This is going back a bunch of episodes.
Yeah, a bunch of episodes ago, we mentioned this movie called Escape from...
Probably last year at least.
Yeah, because that's when we heard rumblings about this movie.
Like last calendar year, not like a year ago.
Like probably December-ish.
Yeah, fall, early winter.
Yes, there's this movie called Escape from Tomorrow. That the poster is striking. The poster it's a yellow background with Mickey Mouse's bloody hand coming up.
And this film was shot guerrilla style. It was shot in the parks.
On a GoPro.
But pretty much, for the most part, it was shot in the parks. From what I hear, the scripts were kept on people's iPhones.
Yes.
So you couldn't, cast members in the parks wouldn't realize that they were filming a movie.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it looked like, to the passerby, it looked like a family vacation.
Yes. And when I heard this was on Netflix, I got excited because we'd been talking about it. It got played in a couple theaters. I know Mike and I had been thinking about going to see it in the theater at one point, and we never got around to it.
It's a bad idea.
Yeah, there was a local screening someplace, and we kind of lost enthusiasm more and more.
Yeah, because it was like it really sounded like a cool idea where it's this horror movie that was filmed in Disney World and Disneyland.
Let's stop for a minute. When you say horror movie, I honestly, because I didn't read any plot or anything like this before I watched the movie. I wanted to go in fresh. I was honestly expecting like a low-budget slasher movie.
Which is not what you got.
No, because from the poster, I'm thinking it's a low-budget slasher movie.
Yeah. Which
I'd be cool with.
Yeah,
no.
But that's not.
There was a little misdirection. It was the psychological horror, almost psychological thriller, but it was really psychological horror. where I think we talked about this on the Tales from Horror podcast, and I know me and Chris Jensen, we have gone to see horror movies expecting one thing, expecting a slasher movie, expecting blood and guts, and it's this deep view into a man's scarred psyche, and you're not expecting it. It's not necessarily bad. It's just not what you're looking at, what you're looking for. This movie, I still have 10 to 15 minutes left in it, so I don't know what the resolution is.
We're not gonna. I don't know. I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I really want to give away.
We could tell him he's not gonna fucking know what happened because I don't even know. I read the fucking plot. I still don't know what happened to the movie.
I have an idea where it's going.
All right, you let us know where you think it's going, and then we'll let you know if you're right.
Well, I don't want to lose the end of the movie. I mean.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to lose the end of the movie.
I mean, then I'm also going to dead end the conversation if I guess we don't talk about it. But going back to the way it was shot.
Okay.
What it looks like they filmed a lot of the we're riding rides, we're walking through the park, we're on the monorail. There's a few mundane conversations that they kind of film on the monorail or film on some of the slower moving rides.
Yeah.
Where you could fill it up with, like the boat through Mexico, you could fill it up with enough of your people and fake it,
Yeah. Well, they said they actually went on rides a few times in a row sometimes,
yes.
too.
The other thing that they did was they green screened a lot of shots. They shot background.
Yeah.
And the film's in black and white, and you can mask green screen a little bit better in black and white.
See, I think just the opposite, because the scenes that were green screened, I'm like, oh shit, that looks so fake.
Well, I agree, but I also I will agree with what Mike is saying, where you can kind of mask it a little bit better. I think those shots in the movie that were green screened, I think if the movie was in color, I think they would have stood out even more.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Because I'm sure they shot a lot of the stuff, there's things that were exteriors and interiors, they shot it inside with a green screen and for an exterior shot. And that does a lot to your lighting, natural light versus artificial light. And it creates a lot of different, things that show up more in color.
Yeah,
yeah. Nowadays, pretty much, unless you have a high budget, like your Lord of the Rings, people are gonna see your green screen if you're making this on your computer, shooting it on a GoPro.
True. Like the first little bit of misdirection that happens is literally in the credits of the movie. Because the credits of the movie, or the opening credits, I should say, is Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Okay, so it's like literally somebody with a GoPro on Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. And then at one point, you hear someone lose their head.
Well, that comes back later.
It does come back later. But that's where I'm like, oh shit, rides are going to be killing people? This thing's going to be fucking sweet.
Yeah.
And then...
and it really tries to go for the whole psychological thing.
Well, let's talk about the plot a little bit, because we haven't really touched on the plot.
Yeah.
Okay.
The plot is that this family is on their last day of their Disney vacation.
Yes.
The husband gets a phone call that morning that he has lost his job.
Mm-hmm. And then his little bastard kid locks him on
the porch, which is kind of funny. The kids were horrible in this movie, but
the little girl wasn't bad.
No, she wasn't bad. But I mean, the acting across the board was pretty
terrible.
Pretty terrible. But again, low budget.
That's saying a lot that it shows up because there's not an awful lot of acting aside from running through the park looking for somebody because they got lost.
Yeah. And, so it basically follows his family over the course of this day after the father loses his job. And weird stuff starts happening. And so you don't know if it's really happening or if he's kind of losing his grasp on reality.
Yeah, that Small World ride tripped me out a little bit.
Small World ride, the faces on the
Yeah.
animatronics start moving differently.
That was something that I enjoyed about this film. That they had those shots from Small World, and then they tweaked it a little bit with some computer animation to make it look to have those faces flash evil for a second.
Mm-hmm. Because the first time it happens, you're like, "Oh shit, did that happen?" And then,
Yeah.
so I mean, there were things that the movie did well.
Did well, yeah. As you know, and as I said to you guys, in kind of like leading up to getting you guys to watch this movie, I kind of said good concept. Like I thought the idea was solid. I just think the execution in a lot of things was kind of lacking.
And it does take some of those urban legends we've heard about Disney and tries to put them in the movie. Like the Asian prostitution ring with the princesses and all that.
Yeah. And you know, it kind of comes across as a little bit of an anti-Disney movie, in regards to, you know, the Disney machine.
Yeah.
That is, you know, the whole, it's, you know, Disney is the cult and blah 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 blah. And I mean, I'm a self-professed Disney nut. So there was stuff that, I mean, like one of the things my wife and I were laughing at was they shot the movie in both Anaheim at Disneyland and they shot it in Disney World. It's supposed to take place the entire time at Disney World, but they're like going on rides, and I'm like, that ride isn't in Disney World. It's in Disneyland.
And
I was being like, there was some of that stuff I was just being.
I don't know enough about it to even pick that up. You said that to me previously, and I'm looking, and at no point could I realize. Like at some points, I'm like, maybe, but I don't remember.
And it's just me being the Disney nerd that I am.
I realized it on Main Street.
On Main Street, the teacups are completely outdoors.
Okay.
In Disney World, they're under a canopy, and a Small World goes outside.
That I didn't pick up on because.
And that where they get off the boat and they're outdoors.
And that creepy ass Snow White ride.
Yeah, and which isn't there anymore.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, the family kind of goes along, you know, about its day, and weird stuff's, you know, kind of happening. He like wants to take the son wants to go on Buzz Lightyear. That's all the kid wants to do, and he can't get on Buzz Lightyear. And it get like just as they get to the front of the queue, it breaks down.
And he's following these French girls.
Yeah, these two.
Front of the queue. Have you been watching too much BBC?
What's that?
You said as soon as they get to the front of the queue.
Oh. Line, America.
The queue line, yeah.
Not the fucking queue, it's the fucking line.
The queue.
Anyway.
Revolutionary War. 4th of fucking July is coming up. And I'm not going to sit here and let you call a line a queue.
All right, when they get to the front of the fucking line.
There you go. America.
Jesus Christ.
All right.
Fucking queue.
And now the father is also being a little bit of a creeper because he's stalking these two French teenagers.
Yeah, you know, underage teenagers.
Clearly
underage. So he's kind of stalking them. He's, you know, arguing with the wife, and the kids are whining.
The bitch too.
You know, it's just all the normal last day of vacation stuff that if you know, I've never experienced because I don't have a family. It's just me and my wife, and we don't have any kids. But I assume last day of vacation, everybody's kind of tired, everybody's kind of cranky. You're going to be arguing with each other a little bit. Kids are going to be a little cranky.
It really kind of takes the form of the nightmare of that married yuppie guy with 2 kids.
Yes. Yeah.
That he's stuck in Disney World. He's lost his job. He hates his wife.
Yeah.
And any other woman he sees, he finds more attractive than his wife.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even
there's the nurse. There's the creepy.
Nurse Joy was kind of hot though.
Yeah. There's the other creepy lady.
The creepy lady that he like drugs him and then like ends up like banging him.
Yeah, she drugs his turkey drumstick and then.
I noticed something really funny in that scene though. Before leading up to that scene when he like wakes up and he's having sex with this woman. They're talking about the kids because the kids are playing. The woman says, "Which one is yours?" All right, and he's like, "Oh, the little girl's mine." When they go back up to her room, both kids are in the room. So did she steal a kid?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, wait, I even rewound the movie, and it said, she said, which one is yours? So either she forgot which one was her kid.
Kids all the time.
Huh?
That's at the end. She does say that she steals kids all the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess maybe she.
Most of the time, nobody notices.
I think he was too distracted by her boobs.
Possibly. It was an interesting rack. And she had that pendenty, diamondy thing hanging there.
Yeah.
The Maleficent pendant. Or, I don't know what the fuck it was.
Yes.
So, in the middle of the movie, some shit happens, which I'm trying to rewind it, or I'm looking at the the French girl, one of our the French girl, one of them finally comes up to him, and is like, "Oh, come with us, come with us, come with us."
You know, kind of along the lines of, "We know you've been following us all." You know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. It goes through. It alludes to a lot of. There's some undertones there too, about sickness, about contamination,
About cat flu.
Yeah. There's things.
Yeah, weirdness. So finally, it's like, no, I'm married, I can't go. And she's like, well, then I'm sorry. And she spits an impossible amount of spit comes out of her mouth and hits this guy's face.
Like
I think they can,
like Triple H spitting
like,
out
I was gonna say, like Triple H spitting a water bottle, like, you know, amount of spit in his face. And he really doesn't, like, react to it.
He's like, oh. No.
Yeah.
And then he loses his little girl, Sarah, and then the movie says intermission.
Yeah, it went to an intermission. And am I not mistaken, but was the intermission prior to him going on Soarin' or after him?
No, the intermission is after Soarin'. So while he's on Soarin', he sees a naked woman floating.
He sees a naked woman on Soarin'. I've been on Soarin' a handful of times, and I ain't never seen a naked woman on Soarin'.
I think that's where they spent the budget, on the boobs.
Probably.
They were impressive boobs.
No, he goes on Soarin'. He sees the French girl spits on him. He loses his daughter, and then characters from Logan's Run come and tase him.
Yes,
that was
yes. I forgot that.
Yeah, like straight up in the nuts too.
And then where I thought it was getting into from the trailer, what I thought was getting into the guy who was going to start explaining things. That guy starts talking, and then he gets his head cut off, and he's a robot.
Yeah.
Yeah. He leaves. He starts explaining things, and then he leaves.
Well, because the guy wakes up with and he gets an Epcot dome on his head.
He does, because they're scanning him. Fucking no. You know.
And in his memories, and Disney keeps records of everybody that's ever been there, and they know he came to the park when he was a kid.
And that he was supposed to deliver his son to them, and they closed down Buzz Lightyear on purpose. Weird shit.
Yes. And then he'd have these little flashback things where he imagined the dome on, not the dome, the Epcot Spaceship Earth.
Blowing up and rolling away.
Rolling away.
I was like, oh shit! Movie over.
Yeah. And then they're like,
But sadly, no.
No.
like almost everything that happened in the trailer that made the movie look cool means like nothing to the storyline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did this cool stuff with the little kids' eyes turning black and people making the weird faces.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've watched an hour more of the movie since then, and it hasn't been referenced again or resolved in any way.
Nope.
And if you're waiting for that,
Keep waiting.
keep waiting.
I actually just turned it on while I'm talking to you guys now, and there's nothing going on. I literally had the movie on for the past 4 minutes, and nothing's going. He just
Where are you at in the movie?
He just put his daughter to bed after he got his daughter back from the creepy little girl.
Oh, so you're literally like close to the end.
Yeah, you maybe have 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
Oh, and now he's having violent diarrhea.
Yes.
All right, this is the end of the movie.
Yes. Well, let's enjoy the end of the movie, shall we?
Here's your play-by-play.
Okay.
He's naked now, having violent diarrhea.
Violent, like this is where his acting.
Holding the walls and just shitting water firing out of his ass.
Fire.
Liquid waste.
Lava.
Oh, and he just like puked a turd.
Yeah.
Puked a big nasty hairball thing.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Because I thought he was shitting out of
What
his
the
mouth.
fuck is this all about?
Live reaction to the end of Escape from Tomorrow.
Oh,
Only here on the Ninjaverse, people.
Yes. What's he doing now?
King, and he just goes, cat flu.
Yes,
Because that's a real thing.
That it makes you barf hairballs. And
That's what Nurse Joy was talking about earlier, and apparently
Right,
there
I
was
caught that. Yeah. I kind of didn't pick. I know I heard her say flu. I guess I missed the part where she said cat.
I missed the cat also. I was completely confused.
And the other thing is, I guess they never say Disney in this except for once, and they bleep it out.
Yes.
Yes.
Now Disney did a very smart thing, and they acknowledged the movie, but they didn't pursue any legal action because they didn't want to draw attention to the movie.
Yeah, which was kind of smart.
Yes.
Now, what I've gleaned from this film
Yes.
so far, without getting to the official end now, as the kid now, I guess, is going to go find his father covered in puke, sitting on the bathroom floor. And the kid's looking at him all creepy.
Uh-huh. This little fucker.
Bleeding from the ears.
As, you know, people
The
with
bathroom's a mess.
well, he was just liquid waste firing out of every hole.
All right. And the kid just closes the door and leaves him in the bathroom.
Because he's a little asshole.
The next day.
Fucking hate that kid.
Which is kind of what he did to the father on the balcony earlier in the movie. He just kind of shut the door and locked it.
I'll say this, without getting to the actual end of the film,
Oh, you're there.
that part when I just paused it for a second, so I can kind of explain what my initial thought was. Watching the movie, when he's on the balcony and he gets the phone call about losing his job, and then he looks down, I'm like, oh, he just killed himself.
Yeah.
And then he's back on the balcony later again, and there's like a van pulling up. And I'm like, that's the Disney coroner van that's coming to get his body.
Mm-hmm.
And then later when he's in the swimming pool and he's floating face down and they drag him away and he's like, no, I'm not dead.
Yeah.
You know, and that's all references to Disney, like, just scooping up the dead bodies and pulling things off. And Opie and Anthony always talk about that, like Disney, like somebody getting their head cut off or somebody getting chopped in half by something. And then just put it off the ride and put people back on it to keep the lines moving.
They just get the hose.
Cues, as some of us say.
Yes. America.
Us international Disney people. Now they got a bunch of The Park is Empty video.
Yep. It's the cat flu outbreak, apparently.
Yes.
They do a really good job of finding, like, copycat music.
Yes.
Yeah, because they did a lot of the music. What was interesting was the music was all non-distinct music. Obviously, they can't use Disney copyrighted music. I was surprised that they used the monorail audio though.
Yes. Maybe because that's not copyrighted?
I would think it would be.
Probably is now.
Duplicated it.
Maybe they changed a word.
No, I'm a pretty big Disney nerd. I know that audio pretty much by heart because I had no life.
All right, so what's going on now, Mike?
All right, the wife is waking up. The creepy little kid was back in bed with her.
Fucking asshole.
Slept with a necklace on. Who does that? Oh, is she drunk? She, like, passed out in her clothes.
I know. Apparently, maybe the violent shitting.
And this room is a mess.
I know, they're very slobbish. I try to keep my hotel room neat.
And now she's walked in, and she finds her dead husband with cat eyes and a bloody toilet.
Yes.
And a Cheshire grin smile.
Yes. Yes.
But not
because of the cat flu and the they're in Disneyland or Disney.
I actually the first time I missed the cat eyes.
Yes, here's the cat eyes. And now the Disney body removing team, I guess, is here.
Yeah, the cleanup crew. Fucking clean that shit up quick. It's just.
All right, now she's crying after he's still. So the Joker killed him? I don't get it.
Smiley.
Smilex.
Yeah, weird.
So Disney and Warner Brothers can sue this guy.
Yeah, is this the sequel to Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Yes.
Now what are we doing? We're looking back at the balcony again.
And the little asshole kid's still sitting there.
Yeah, little asshole kids, creepy Disney guy is going over to the little creepy kid. And still nothing is happening.
That's the thing. A lot of this movie is just sitting and waiting for something.
Nothing is going on, and that's what I mean. It was like the concept is I like the concept, but just execution is.
Oh, and they all have like white Mickey gloves on.
Yes,
Oh, they're a cleanup crew.
they are the cleanup crew.
Now he's touching the kid's head
Mm-hmm.
as if to anoint him in some way.
Hum num shiva.
Oh,
Hum num shiva.
he's implanting a memory of going on the Buzz Lightyear ride in the kid's head.
Yes.
No, I think what that is he read the kid's mind and saw that all the kid wanted to do was ride Buzz Lightyear.
I read it as he had planted that the fact that the kid went on Buzz Lightyear.
All right, maybe. Gave him like a happy memory instead of him being an asshole.
Finding his dead, cat-eyed, shit-covered father in the bathroom. And this ending goes on forever.
Yeah.
It does. It really, really does.
Like we're trying, like Mike is watching this to get to the final scene, and like Will and I are literally here trying to kill time until he does.
Yeah. Now they're just cleaning the bathroom.
Mr. Clean.
All right, I get it.
No, but you have to watch the final scene.
Sorry.
It's like a fucking train wreck.
When somebody dies in it, we're gonna clean the bathroom.
Yep.
It's like they're showing you what Disney does. I don't know. Because we need to talk about that final scene.
I know, but we gotta just.
Yeah, it's
We gotta kind of stall here.
We got it.
minutia that they're dealing with here in this film.
I know.
I'm surprised they didn't just pull out the toothbrush and start scrubbing the fucking grout.
Because it really was like, okay, we've shot this film. We need an extra 10 minutes of footage. Let's just watch. Let's just
Now
film
there's just a
something.
guy with a big creepy unibrow smoking a cigarette in the background. And they cut to the Disney characters.
Yep. Because Goofy. Why not? And Pluto.
But it really is. It's like this ending was like they felt like they cut the movie 10 minutes too short, so they just filmed people cleaning shit and threw that in there.
I hear this. This is the seedy underbelly of Disney.
Yeah.
Cleaning up hairballs.
There's a guy walking with a limp to be more creepy.
Sanctuary. So have they taken the body out of the building yet?
Yes, the body's out of the building. The body is now in the nondescript van, which I was talking about
Which you
before.
saw earlier,
I
exactly.
noticed. They're putting him in the nondescript van.
Yes. I was totally expecting him to like sit up. I'm not dead yet.
The guys that look, these Disney corner guys look like bad Twilight Zone characters.
Yes. They really do.
Oh, now they're showing the cast members in the big white gloves, like the corner guys had their white gloves on.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot
This
of quick
is just
cuts.
like 10 minutes of just stuff that just isn't necessary.
Mm-hmm.
I can see how they're trying to wrap stuff up.
They're trying.
Trying. Failing miserably, but trying.
Struggling.
A naked chick is now getting out of the car. Oh, with the guy.
Yeah.
And then I think that's the end of the movie.
No, wait. There's one more little bit.
Oh, and the van with dead hymns driving away.
Oh, there's one little extra part,
Yeah,
which is pointless, but
it is, but still, it's just stupid. Come on, get there.
The little French girl's just Tinkerbell.
There you go.
yes.
How? What happened at the end of this movie? I don't understand.
They say in the beginning of the movie, and this is where they just literally went like, Shining, grab, and I'm just going to rip that part out of The Shining. Just rip that page out of the book. Where when he's in the dome, the dome, and he's got the spaceship Earth dome on his head.
Yeah.
The doctor or the animatronic guy kind of says along the lines of like, "You've always been here."
I got the line. It says such lines as, "Imaginate what we can do when tomorrow there's another you."
Yes. So it's kind of along the lines of The Shining, where it's like, "You've always been here."
Well, it's like the same guy keeps coming, the same thing keeps happening.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of see what they're going there, and it was kind of like that artsy, like, you know, it's the same guy. It's a guy with a job, and he brings
doing this,
and he thinks he's doing the right thing, and maybe this guy's a little more happier than the last guy.
And his boss is in on it too. That was the other thing they said. His boss is in on it. There's like a lot of string. A lot of plates are spinning in this movie.
And nothing really gets tied up.
No.
More questions than answers.
I made a comment about this pre-show that you guys are like, you're going to have to expunge on this.
Yes.
Expand on this. I looked at this movie kind of like the same way that I looked at Avatar. That it's not a great story, but it's an interesting concept and an interesting way to make a movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You can make a low-budget movie and a high-priced thing kind of stealing scenes. You could walk around New York with a camera and then digitally alter things to make it look like buildings are falling down, monsters are walking through, whatever, and you're saving on the film that you're making. You know, you're not shooting big exterior shots. You're stealing some shots and then adjusting it the way you need it.
I would like to point out that it has a higher rating than Transformers on Rotten Tomatoes. It has a 56% based on 73 critics, with an average rating of 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm sure hipsters love this because it kind of badmouths Disney.
As I said, it kind of goes, into that, Disney, the big evil machine of Disney, and the cult-like status of Disney, and all of that.
Yeah.
It was just a weird film.
This is the greatest quote I read. This is on the night of the premiere. This guy, Drew McWeeny, that was his name. He's from movies.com.
That can't be his real name.
I don't know. That's what it says.
I'm just saying that can't be.
I know.
Nobody's name is Drew McWeeny.
Well, this guy's was. This is his actual quote. All right, it's kind of funny and whatever. It's not possible this film exists. It is not possible that they shot long scripted sequences on the actual rides. It is not possible that I just saw a film in which it is suggested and then shown that various Disney princesses all work as high-priced hookers who sell their wares to wealthy Asian businessmen. It simply cannot be true. I grew up in Florida. I have been going to Walt Disney World my entire life. I worked at that park. I've been there as a child, as a teenager, as an employee, and as a parent. I've done Disney sitting on my father's shoulders. Excuse me. And I've done the Disney parks with my kids sitting on my shoulders. It's a huge part of my DNA, and I can tell you that there's no way Randy Moore pulled off what I saw tonight. It's a film that should not exist by any rational definition. And yet, not only does it exist, but it's fascinating. That's the draw of this movie. The fact that
I don't know if
it was filmed.
Yeah, I don't know if it was. I don't know if I would say it was fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that it was actually done, the fact that it was made and it's actually out there and it's now on an actual streaming platform where it's not something you're just gonna have to go find like a bootleg DVD of. Is a big deal.
I'm so glad I didn't actually buy it and it was just on Netflix.
Yeah, I got excited when I saw that it was on Netflix, and I'm like, I had to tell you guys. And then I was talking with a couple other friends that I'm, working on some other stuff with, and they had seen it. They had seen it like a couple days prior to me watching it, and they were just like, "Wait, it gets more incomprehensible as it goes on."
I was texting you as I was watching it. I'm like, "What the actual fuck is going on?"
Yeah, it's like, what am I watching? And that's that's kind of why I've been harping on you guys the past 2 weeks to watch this movie.
I watched it with one of the guys
been,
at work. It was
I've been dying to talk about it since I watched it, and it's just like I needed to see it.
For all of your morbid curiosities out there, it's on Netflix. It's called Escape from Tomorrow.
And watch it.
It's an hour and a half.
It's an hour and a half. It's
it just kind of blew the ending. It doesn't really make a difference.
It doesn't.
No, it really doesn't. It is something that, even though we kind of blew the ending with Mike watching it there, it is kind of something you kind of need to see.
Yeah. Just if anything, just to satisfy your curiosity.
And anybody that's listening and watches it, I'd love to hear your comments. So post them on the Facebook page, email us, whatever. Yeah. I would love to hear your thoughts on this film that should not be.
We'll bring you on to talk about it. Fuck it.
Absolutely.
All right. Now, from films that shouldn't be to films that, holy shit, I'm so happy it's happening. Sharknado 2. Electric Boogaloo.
Electric Sharkaloo.
Oh, God, that's so much better.
That is so much better.
It's coming out July 30th on Sci-Fi.
And there is they just posted a sneak peek.
Yes. Sharks on a Train.
Sharks on a Train.
Sugar Ray's in it.
Looking horrible.
We're pretty sure Vivica A. Fox might be in it.
I think Vivica A. Fox is in it. Perez Hilton makes a cameo in this clip. It's going to be awful, but awesome at the same time.
We are thinking of possibly doing a let's watch this while we stream kind of deal. And live reactions to Sharknado 2.
Live reactions to Sharknado 2, which I think could be fun. But also to get your Sharknado fix early on July 10th, live in theaters, Riff Tracks, Sharknado.
I just brought up the cast. It is Vivica A. Fox that's in the film.
It really is? Wow.
Yes. It is Mark McGrath of Sugar Ray fame and whatever else he's done.
Access Hollywood.
Celebrity Karaoke.
Mark McGrath's character's name.
Oh my God, tell me.
Is Mark McGrath.
Martin Brody.
Yes.
Fantastic.
He's the brother?
Martin Brody is the
main character in Jaws.
I didn't realize his first name was Martin. Because I just remember calling him Brody. I don't remember the Martin.
Yeah, wow. They just called each other by all their last names. It was Hooper, Brody, and Brody.
Yeah, that's why I didn't realize his first name was Martin. Holy shit. I
mean, you knew they had to throw another Jaws kind of reference in there because we're going to need a bigger chopper in there in the first one. I can't wait.
I a bunch of just celebrities that are in here with no character names.
Yeah, there's a bunch of cameos. A lot of celebrities just kind of jumped on this and like, I want to be in Sharknado 2.
And the thing is, there is no possible way that this movie can be near as good as the...
I don't know.
Let me rephrase that. There's no way this movie could be as bad as the first one.
I don't know about
bad in a good way.
I think it's going to be magical.
I don't know, but as I was saying, July 10th.
This is an all-star cast of that person used to be somebody.
Oh well, tell me who's in there.
Hold on, I got queued up in the chat. Well, we all know Ian Ziering and Tara Reid will be returning.
Yes.
We've discussed Vivica A. Fox and Mark McGrath. Then Carrie Wurr.
Really?
From MTV?
From MTV, Carrie Wurr of Remote Control fame.
Oh my God, I had such a crush on her back in the 90s.
Ken Ober, rest in peace.
Yeah, forward now for him.
And she's kind of been the I just pulled up her IMDb real quick. And known for 8 Rated Freaks, Anaconda, Thinner, and Sliders.
Yeah, but she was like the B-movie queen.
Yes.
I loved her. I was just thinking about her the other day.
All right, now...
Remembering my youth.
All right, we got Judah Freelander, who's, I guess, still kind of somebody.
Yeah. He was in the clip.
Yeah, as was Perez Hilton.
Mm-hmm.
I missed Perez Hilton, and I just realized who Judah Freelander was in the clip. Now that makes sense. Kelly Osbourne, Andy Dick, Billy Ray Cyrus.
Really?
Wow.
Billy Ray Cyrus, Judd Hirsch, who best be driving a taxi in this motherfucker.
He's got to be.
He better be driving a
He's got to be. If not, then
Perez
it's a failure.
As FDNY Fire Chief, our Olympic hero,
Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle.
Fantastic. It's
Who I
true.
last
It's
saw
damn
in
true.
Zombies vs. Wrestlers. As himself, Matt Lauer.
Oh, God.
Actually, as himself, Al Roker.
Oh, shit. This movie's getting real.
I want to see I need to see Al Roker get eaten by a shark.
Al Roker's going to body slam that shark. He's going like, ah. I lost all my weight so I could eat this shark.
His marquee.
Biz Marquis in it?
Yes.
He's got to say, you got what I need.
Also from the world of, it used to be on MTV, Downtown Julie Brown.
Oh, fucking me.
Wubba wubba wubba.
Sandra,
She's drowning.
Sandra Peppa Denton.
Oh, my God.
Fantastic.
Oh, I can't even. I'm so excited.
I know.
Is any of the cast of Saved by the Bell in it?
No.
Damn it.
No, it doesn't appear to be.
No Dustin Diamond.
Dustin Diamond. He was probably too busy getting beat up by Danny Bonaducci again.
Probably. All right.
No, that was Horshack that got beat up by Danny Bonaducci.
No. Dustin Diamond beat up Horshack.
That's right. That's right.
They were both involved.
Yes.
All right. So this movie is going to be magical. July 30th on Sci-Fi.
July 30th on Sci-Fi. July 10th in theaters nationwide. Live riff tracks of the original Sharknado.
Okay.
Then next month in August, they're doing the 1998 Matthew Broderick Godzilla. And then in September, they're doing Anaconda.
Oh my God. There's a lot of good riff tracks coming
There's
up.
a lot of good riff tracks coming up.
All right. And then I guess the last little bit I have, because we'll have more information on our live Sharknado 2 viewing party in the weeks to come. But the last little bit I have is I think it has to be the final Guardians of the Galaxy TV spots come out.
Yes.
The best one so far. Did you guys see it with Cherry Bomb?
I think so.
I haven't seen much TV in the past couple of days.
All right, well, this is how I know my girls are getting brought up right, because we're watching this, and, like, literally, like, 3 bars in, they're like, oh, my God, they're using Cherry Bomb? And they hadn't even gotten to the chorus or anything yet, so they're singing along with the trailer and shit. I'm going to see it in IMAX.
There's no other way.
I have to. I've said it before, and I think Gene was the one that called me out on it. I said I like to live dangerously. I've come to the conclusion there is no fucking way this movie could be bad.
No.
There isn't. There's every single piece of information that's come out for this movie has been great. The one thing that's still in the air is Nathan Fillion's cameo.
If I have to see one more thing about Nathan Fillion's cameo on some internet headline, I'm gonna throw up.
I know.
Yeah, I'm kind of tired of it.
I don't care.
I would have rather been
playing fucking Superman in the movie, and it's the lead into the secret, double secret Marvel DC crossover movie. I could fucking give a shit at this.
I know.
I think I would really have rather not known that he was going to have a cameo in the movie and just like at the end or the credit scene, whatever. Oh my God, it's Nathan Fillion.
Well, they said you're not going to know who he is, so it's going to be a CG thing. It's not going to be the dog they were saying it was.
I don't care. Let's stop talking about it. I kind of want to be surprised.
Okay. Well, nobody knows who it's going to be. It's being secretive.
I want to stop talking about it.
All right, we're stopping. Although I just from the trailers, you can see Rocket Raccoon is going to steal the shit out of this movie.
Oh, absolutely.
I did see that in one of the movie posters, they took the gun out of Rocket Raccoon's hand.
Really?
Yes.
Well, it's,
Every trailer has massive guns in it
Yeah, but,
for the kids.
some kid is going to see a picture of a walking, talking raccoon with a big gun and then go out and shoot up a college campus.
Yes.
As a-
Or
just
a
as a
movie
raccoon.
theater.
Or a movie theater.
God forbid.
Or a
Right.
school. Or whatever.
Whatever. The point is, August 1st, Guardians of the Galaxy is coming out, and we're all super excited for it.
Yes.
You see the thing? I see the thing about the Constantine television show.
He's not going to
Yes.
be smoking.
He's not going to be
He
smoking.
can't smoke.
All of his other idiosyncrasies will be there.
I can kind of deal with that, I guess.
I don't care.
I-
At least they didn't give him a vape so he could be a hipster.
They should have.
I'm not a smoker, but I can't stand the vilification of people smoking.
Yeah, I don't,
I mean, going hand in hand, smoking's bad for you, but I don't know. I just
Yeah, but I mean, nobody can smoke on TV, but people can, drink on TV and whatever. But
Yeah, whatever. This is not the forum for that.
this is not the forum for that.
This is the forum for Guardians of the Galaxy.
It is.
All
But
right,
before we go, I do have one quick bit of happy news.
what's that?
Is that Friday, July 4th, on IFC, it's an all-day 1966 Batman TV marathon.
Woohoo!
So
Every episode.
every episode, starting with the first episode.
And I think this week is also a Walking Dead marathon, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, this weekend they're doing a Walking Dead marathon as well.
Mm-hmm. Lots of good. I love holiday weekends because it just lets you stay inside and watch TV.
Yeah.
Actually, this week I'm going to Lake George for the first time.
There you go.
We're going up to Great Escape and all that stuff for a few days. We're not going camping because we're not. No, not even that. We're going to be 200 feet for a lake. So if Jason's going to get me, Jason's going to get me.
And you'll be the first one to get because you're fat and ethnic.
I know. Well, I'm not as fat anymore.
Not as fat, but
Still ethnic.
still ethnic. You'll always be ethnic.
I know. Damn it.
I'm not as ethnic anymore.
And it's summer now, so I look darker.
Yeah.
That's what happens when I'm on the boardwalk all day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for us.
Yeah.
Is that it?
I think that's it.
Cool. So, you know where to find us. Facebook.com/the Ninjaverse. The Ninjaverse.wordpress. Wow, I forgot the website.
Ninjaverse at WordPress.
I don't know.
I don't remember where we go.
Shut up. Twitter, Facebook, all them places. So, I'm Will,
I'm Chris.
Mike.
and we'll see you next week.
Beware the cat flu.
Yeah.